Oh yeah, we're gonna be starting this shit up real quick in a sec. All redundant and shit.
Every night in my bedroom, waiting on word from you. I don't know just how long it's been.
Other way, yeah. Always forget cable on the left.
Getting hammered by myself. Ain't too good for nobody's hell.
Let me switch the views.
No more reason to wait.
There we go. There's us. Hey, something like that. All right. Inaugural shot, motherfuckers. Hey, yours is in the back, mine's the front. Got it. Damn. Okay. Silent Scream. Scream all about it. Test run. See how the fuck this shit goes.
Yeah, this is our soon-to-be regular thing that we do. Just to get everybody a little something, a little knowledge of the band, on what we got going on, what's happening around here, what's happening far off. We got a lot of things coming up soon. We're working our tails off. We got everybody busy as could be, especially our PR lady.
Yeah, Madeline Shirley, our PR lady, she's working real hard on getting us some dates end of this year and early next year. Got some stuff out west for us coming up soon. A few festivals. Details coming soon. Whew. All right, so what do you want to make this one about?
Well, let's just talk about the band a little bit.
All right, yeah. So, Silent Scream. You founded the band, PE.
Yeah, originated back in the late 80s, 87. Probably 20, 21 years old. My brother came up with the idea of the band name and the heritage behind it and all. Silent Scream is actually came from the Trail of Tears, where the silent screams of the Native Americans who had to go, on the Trail of Tears, who were forced out of their lands into Oklahoma. It's in all the history books. Everybody knows about it, but and we thought that was just a really cool name. So that's where the name originated from. My brother was indisposed, I guess you could say, at the time whenever he came up, and he was supposed to be our original lead singer for it, but turned out to be he couldn't sing too well, so that didn't work out.
There's a lot of singers who can't really sing too well.
Oh, I know.
Luckily, none of them are in this band.
I hear you.
At least at the moment.
Oh
man.
And then, just to go on with that, the spirit wolf, our emblem, the wolf in the moon, that's the spirit wolf. That's the native tales of
they're on the title card.
Yeah, and how the spirit wolf, when you're having bad times, you look to the spirit wolf. He'll always lead you to the right place. He'll lead you the right way to go. It's leading us to the promised land. Is what my brother always said. And he was really, really strong on our heritage and stuff. I respect our heritage and everything. I just never really got into the history of it and all. I just know little stuff here and there from what I was told by him and my mother and my father, who were Cherokee also. My dad was quarter Irish and half Irish and half Cherokee, and my mother was full-blooded Cherokee. So. I'm about the last of the mutts left.
Well, hell yeah, man. And then, what did different Silent Scream lineups look like until now?
Oh man, we went. It's been chaos over the last 40 years, 37 ago. We had some really good musicians that started out with me, stuck with me a long time. The bass player like Keith Shutt and me, him, and Bill Hinton and this guy we called E.T. and David Brazil, we all kind of started the band back in the 80s, and we went through a lot of different changes and stuff, and I'm gonna have to get a better microphone stand next time.
Yeah, that one's all fuckered up.
But yeah, a lot of stuff. We changed things, did things. We've always been wanting to make it a little different, make it just not your common. Because if you go to hear somebody and you want to hear them do the songs you love, but you don't really want to just hear the exact same thing on the CD, because that just gets boring, or on the album or on the jukebox or whatever. You want to give them a little bit of a stage show, give them a little change in the song, make it a little flair to it, and that's what we've always prided ourselves on, and on through the years, went through a bunch of different musicians, took a hiatus for a while, for about 8 years, just got completely out of music, and then just something in my soul says you got to keep going, you got to keep doing it, and then when I run upon Mr. Dominic here, we actually got a little history of what was supposed to be beforehand. I was actually going to try out for a band that he was in.
Yeah, that was the thing with Blake back in Columbus. He's a drummer I was messing around with a little bit for a while. And there's another guy. Escapes me at the moment, but yeah.
And I was supposed to try out for their band, and I was like, man, I got to go all the way to Columbus. That's a damn hour, over an hour and 15-minute drive. I got to load up PA equipment. I got to load up. He said they had a little PA, but I didn't know what they had. I got to load it, and then I asked, I'm like, they said, we just need a lead singer. We don't need a guitar player. I was like, well, I play rhythm guitar, and I play better. I sing better if I got a guitar in my hand, because it helps me follow and flow with the music better.
We had jack shit for a PA at the time. We were running my little Marshall 4x12 as one of the PA speakers.
Oh hell.
Yeah, it was a rough. That was right after I got this cabinet over here, the one I did the speaker swaps in.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got that one, I was like, all right, old cabinet, you have been promoted to PA speaker. And then I had my two PV 210s, and I think Kevin, that was his name. Yeah, Kevin Russell. He brought a speaker as well, and he had this old Fender analog, like big, chunky board that we were using at first, and then it stopped working, and then we got one of those 16-channel Mackeys. Those things fucking run forever. Get your fan going. The AC down in here has been kind of fucky lately. It hasn't been blowing as cold as it used to. That or it's just been hotter outside than usual. Probably a mix of both.
Yeah, and then whenever I kind of backed out on that deal, I sent Blake a message and said, nah, it's just gonna be a little too much for me.
Yeah.
He was cool about it, and I didn't even know Dominic, didn't know anything about Dominic on his how good he was or anything. I was just going to try out for a band that needed a lead singer.
Yeah.
And then probably 6-7 months later.
It was close to a year, yeah.
Was it a year? Yeah.
Yeah, because I was still doing community college at the time.
Yeah, and I was talking to one of my friends that knew Blake, that Blake actually worked for him. It was my old ex-drummer. Blake actually worked for him at a company that he had, and he said, well, Blake's band kind of split up. He's got a pretty good lead guitar player, or had a pretty good lead guitar player. You might got to holler at Blake, and Blake could hook you up with his lead guitar player that he had, because we were looking for somebody really bad at the time. And I was like, all right. So I messaged Blake, and Blake sent me Dominic's number, and I sent Dominic a message, and he was out in Las Vegas. Or
you got it right that time.
Hey,
you always say Los Angeles.
Yeah, I always say
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I was out in Vegas at the time, family vacation. Yeah, went out to the Grand Canyon and stuff. And
I asked him, was he interested in coming and trying out, and he was like, sure. You got a song list? And I said, sure. So I sent him a 40-song song list.
Yeah, and gave me a fucking week to learn all that shit.
He said, I'll be back in town next week. I was like, all right, cool. I was just giving him an idea of some songs that he could play, and he came in and said, first thing he said, he was like, Dude, I ain't had but a little over a week to learn all these songs. I only got about 18 of them down as far as all the lead and everything. And I was like, well, dude, can you improv? And he was like, yeah. I said, can you improv in key? He said, yeah. I said, well, just jump in and do what you can do, and we'll see how it fits. And he ain't left yet.
Correction, I haven't been kicked out yet.
Now, be an idiot to kick him out. He has left a couple times, but he was just going on vacation.
Yeah, on vacation for a few months.
Yeah. That's what I told everybody. He just got to look at his dom. He's just on vacation. He got to go down there and see what's happening. And I said, then we'll see what things happen from there. But yeah, but since Doms came into the picture, we brought in Barney. Barney came in next. We had a solid drummer who was really punctual. He was on time. He didn't do a lot of the songs exactly the way we did, but he had a good backbeat. So
Yeah, kept us in time. Yeah, that's the most important thing. A lot of drummers can't even do that.
Yeah, I know that from years and years of trying out drummers. And then whenever he decided to leave, we got Ronnie, and Ronnie fell right in here. And and he was a phenomenal drummer. He just scatterbrained,
Scatterbrain, motherfucker. Love Ronnie to death, though. Hi, Ronnie, if you're watching this.
You get to come in here and talk about us the next go around.
Yeah. We'll have you in here. We'll do that. We'll interview each of the guys.
Yeah,
we'll do that. That'd be fun. We'll get Barney and then Ronnie in here, and then Skunk Boy.
Yeah. We're just trying to. We're trying to. Finally, we finally got our album together, which me and Dominic talked about 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, we had demos and everything. We did demos of Life Storm and Sunshine When It Rains back at my old house before we moved, and I mean it was a good test run of trying to figure out how to do production with a full band, because that was the first time I'd ever done that. I had just done like electronic stuff in the past, and just recording myself like after work or something. I never done anything too serious, but then I was like, oh shit, recording shit live, miking up a drum set and miking up guitars and doing vocals and all this, and playing bass as well. I think I got a bass just to do those demos. I went and bought a Jackson bass. I don't think I told you that.
No.
I went and bought a bass so I would be able to do the bass on it. Cause I wanted to have my own bass there at the house anyways if I ever needed it. But yeah, we recorded both those songs, and we did those back in
February, because it was my birthday weekend.
February.
Whenever we recorded them.
Yeah, it's February of 22.
22, yeah.
Yeah, and they turned out all right.
And we played them for with Barney and Pete and with Ronnie.
Yeah, we played them. We played the songs live. Yeah,
before we ever cut the whole album. When we just got those two down, we were like, "Hey, they're pretty cool. Hell, let's go ahead and run with them.
Yeah,
let's run with them. Hey, they sound good."
That was back when we were playing in standard tuning too.
Yeah.
We weren't in D standard like we are now.
No. But yeah, and the more we came along, hey, the more we progressed. We decided, all right, Dom had some opportunities out in Miami. He was going to go out there. He'd been doing a little work with the band out there and working with them, and he was going to go out there for a little while longer. Yeah, appreciate it. He was going to go out there and stay for a couple of months, and turned out that just to work with them, see what he could get going on with them, and our good luck, things didn't work out for him.
Yeah. Mississippi drags motherfucker right back in.
Every time.
Can't resist that cheap gas.
It ain't just that. It's the Southern hospitality is draws you back. I don't care what anybody says. When you come into the South, it's just a whole different world, man.
The good and the bad.
I'm originally from Texas. Was born in Memphis, raised in Texas, and moved to Mississippi, and I've been to New York. I've lived in New York, Florida, California, Texas, man, Tennessee. I've lived in probably 10 different states, and I always come back.
Yeah.
Always come back. It's always home. I mean, it's just the people around here. They're different. It's a different breed. You know, it's when people treat you, you know. Don't get me wrong. I ain't bragging on Mississippi, and because honestly, there's a lot of bad folks here, just like there are anywhere else. But
Yeah.
you know, but when you find the good folks, you know, you really appreciate them, and just getting somebody to, when you open the door for them or something when you're going in, for them
Oh,
to
yeah.
say thank you. That's a world of difference from when you're out in L.A. and they look at you like you're fixing to rob them or something. you
Yeah,
know?
well, I mean, no one talks to strangers.
Yeah.
Out there, everybody is to themselves, very individualistic. Hey, that's a big word. Word of the day: individualistic. It has more than 3 syllables, so it's complicated.
In Mississippi, anyway.
In Mississippi, yeah.
And we're doing a lot of work, trying to get a lot of work out west. We are working on some real big festivals in the future.
Yeah.
Coming up. We're gonna keep everybody posted on here. Scream all about it. We're gonna try and put this podcast on. We want to try and figure out how we can do it live, pre-record it, and then
Upload the
then-
recording later.
then upload the recording. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and we can still talk with people when we're recording it.
Yeah, because on here I can do it like that.
Yeah.
You know, I just gotta click both buttons, and then it
Yeah.
records it, and then you can choose where you want to stream it.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do. It's just, you know,
You just got to figure out.
this is the test run.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, the test run was a success. If you're watching this, that means it was a success.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this one works out, well, I'm just gonna put this one up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'll do that too. I'll put all the recordings on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, that way we can reach out to more different areas, not just be.
Yeah, not just like Facebook Live or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because you know, there's a lot of different. We've got a whole lot of our PR and booking personnel are really loading us up on a bunch of different places like Reverb Nation, Indigo something. What do you remember what that was? Indigo Live or something, or I don't know. But
Indie on the go. Something
yeah,
like
Indie
that.
on the go. That's
Yeah,
it. There
yeah.
you
And
go.
then there was a Gig Salad as well.
Gig Salad,
Gig
yeah.
Salad.
So they're talking about several other different places too. So we'll be letting everybody know where you can check us out, where you can stream us at from different places, where you can see our podcast, you can see our info and what's going on.
It'll all be on the online business card.
Oh,
which
yeah,
will- If this is on YouTube, if you're watching this, it will be in the description down below. It'll be underneath this video. I guess no, there was a new YouTube update where they're putting it on the side or something. So it's gonna be somewhere around this video, left, right, front, center, up, down, somewhere, wherever the description is. The link is there. Click on it.
Yeah.
Stream our album. It's down here underneath me. See how all it says all this shit down here? Drunk and Disorderly has the little Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music. That's our album. This one right here. We had the release party back in February. 2 of them. Got 7 songs on it. Go listen to it. It's about all crazy drunk stories and shit.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
Yeah. We try to be honest with people as best we can, and Drunk and Disorderly was probably the best way to go about what
Yeah,
the album
it
was about.
Definitely fits.
Because we got several songs on there that are about just nothing but drinking. So, hey.
Song number 7, Get Drunk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get drunk at I'll see.
and can't forget number 2, Bottle of Beam.
Bottle of Beam, that fucking song. I'm so glad that you showed me that song that night. Because I mean, most of our songs, it was down here after band practice or the morning after.
Yeah.
Me hopping on the drums and fucking around, and then I got this riff, and then you hop on the mic and you have lyrics and shit written already from bands and shit from like in the 90s or whatever.
Yeah. I got several songs on on the CD are songs that I originally wrote back in the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and at our CD release party, it was well known because I was like, "Here's another one I wrote back in the '90s," and somebody hollered, "Damn, how old are you?"
He looks good for his age, guys.
Yeah, I'm kicking 60, but I'll take any charitable donations I can get. No, I still work for a living, trying to make it, and we're just hey, we're a struggling band. We're not really struggling, but we're not on the top of the market.
Yeah, I mean, we're keeping busy.
We're working our way up. That's the best way I can put it. We're working our way
paying
up.
our dues.
Yeah. We've been together for, Dom's been with us for a little over 3 years. Close to about 3.5.
Yeah, it was late April of 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're just doing what we can. We finally got some good people to help us with the PR and with booking and stuff. I mean, we've had some people help us in the past, and they did a decent job. But for this area, they did a great job. But, But
kept us busy.
But where we need to go and where we need to get out to where we can venture out and be seen more, our music get out there. We got to find we have to go with some bigger areas. Larger cities, so that's where we are projecting ourselves at, and within the next 6 to 8 months to be out touring to try and get all this wide open.
Yeah, because with the local scene here, I mean, well, first of all, there isn't much of a scene, unfortunately. It's always nice to be able to support local music and everything whenever there's local music to support. It's just there's not a lot of venues out here, especially after COVID.
Oh yeah.
So there's not many places to play, and there's a lot of small bands who are all fighting for those same venues, and that results in just not having a lot of opportunities to get to play and get tight as a band. I mean, you can practice all you want, but it's completely different when you're on stage.
Oh yeah, your performance on stage is where you see what you're gonna do, where you see where you got what you need to improve on, what you need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can interact with the crowd. You can play at home. You can practice 6 days a week at the house, and you got 3 people that come over and watch you.
Oh yeah.
It's and they're friends of yours. It's a whole lot different than some strangers out there who are checking you out and seeing what you're about.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to reach out there to those folks and really give them a little piece of your heart. Especially with our original songs. That's one thing we can truly say. Our original songs, they all are wrote. Some are just silly and crazy, but they still got a good storyline behind them. But everything was wrote about some experiences that we've had at some point, sometime. It was all just life's storms.
Life's storms. I wonder what that song's about. Yeah. Which we will do individual episodes on each of the songs. We'll do a series, the Drunken Disorderly Tales. What do you want to call it? Drunken Disorderly Files or something?
Yeah.
Something like that, like behind the scenes, like explaining what the backstory is for each song and the production of each song or the whole album. We'll do that. We'll do each song. We'll talk about each song, and then we'll do 8 episodes. And then the last episode will be talking about producing the album and getting it recorded before I was going to move and go do the thing with that.
And we're going to have some guests drop in from time to time from guys from the past who was in the band whenever I wrote some of the songs back in the 90s.
Oh yeah, your old friends, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have those drop in and they can tell you a little of the crazy stories that
all sorts of crazy stories
that tended to happen back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a really good good lineup with some past people, and and try to give everybody a good perspective on the band and how it's progressed.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. Always progressing, always trying to do something new, something innovative, something creative, like this, like the podcast, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
This is a really good idea that Madeline pitched to us, and hey, we're here recording it, so we're doing it.
Yep. Here's to you, Madeline.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's to you.
Here's to you, Madeline. And Gary.
And most definitely Gary.
Yes, most definitely Gary.
Those are our new adopted parents.
Yeah, those band mom, band dad.
Yeah, they just don't know, that what kind of trouble they got into adopting us.
A lot of trouble. Luckily, there hasn't been any bailing us out of jail or anything.
Oh
yet.
yeah. We're gonna save that for emergency situations.
Yeah.
Hopefully there ain't none. we got good designated drivers, so
Yeah, we got a couple.
always.
of drivers,
Hey, it's always good to get drunk and disorderly, but have a designated driver.
Yeah.
Always.
drunk and disorderly,
Hey.
responsibly.
Uber will come and pick your ass up in Timbuktu.
Yeah, they will now. If
Yeah.
they won't, Lyft will.
Yeah, they'll come pick you up. It might cost you a little bit, but it's gonna save you some money, and you sure ain't got to wake up and do that walk of shame up there in front of all. Damn, I went to jail again.
No, it's like what do the billboards say? Like, drive sober or get pulled over, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. We just say get an Uber and don't worry about the rest of the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Get hammered. Get an Uber and get hammered. We're gonna see if we can get Uber to sponsor us.
Try some shit like that. Yeah. Does Uber even sponsor anything? Maybe like football games or something. Like the little billboard in the back underneath the nosebleed seats.
Hey, if they'll give us 3 rides a month, hey,
Hey, good enough for
hey,
me.
we'll mention them every time I talk about it.
We'll put a little thing on screen down here. It's like, oh yeah, Uber. Use code Silent Scream for 25% off your next Uber.
There you go.
Some shit like that.
Say I'm drunk and disorderly. I get a 25% discount. Silent Scream said so.
Like the fucking I'm fucking drunk on the live version of. Speaking of live versions, you guys need to see us live. We don't play it just like the album.
Yep. We've make a few changes into things that and make them progress a little better when you're live. We like our Silent Scream style is what we call
Silent
it.
Scream style, triple S.
Yeah, because we're gonna change things up. We're gonna make things different. We're gonna take anything that you've seen a million times, going to a bar and seeing the band, and it'll be like, wow, where'd that come from?
I don't remember.
I ain't
going like
never
that.
seen that before. These guys are, wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy is just a part of it.
But it makes it fun.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it makes it fun.
because if it ain't fun, it ain't done.
Yeah, it ain't worth the fucking time, honestly.
Yep. It ain't worth doing if you can't have a good time at it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we really enjoy, with the band. That's the main objective. Enjoy and entertain.
Yeah.
And we want you to enjoy while we entertain you.
Mm-hmm.
Not just us enjoy it and get entertained because we do something crazy or off the wall. We
Or
love
someone
to
in the audience does something crazy.
we love to see the reactions in the audience of people acting crazy.
Oh yeah. All sorts of crazy fuckers out there.
And like I say, you can't miss the live shows because we'll come off the stage and dance with you out there in the crowd. We'll run around the bar and play guitar right beside you. We don't care. We'll do it all.
We got wireless units for a reason. We're gonna put them to use.
That's right.
Oh man. All right. We're already at 30 minutes. That went by quick. Didn't
Oh
it?
yeah, it did. So I guess we'll do a little exit.
Yeah. What song do you want to play on the exit? We'll pour another shot. We'll do another shot with y'all.
Yep.
And then Pee Wee, if you'll do that, what song you want to end it off with on the the little end screen?
I don't know. Give them something crazy.
I was thinking Bottle of Beam because we talked about that one earlier.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we'll do Bottle of Beam. Put that one up a little bit so you all can hear it. There it is, Bottle of Beam. We'll get into that in episode 2 of the Drunken Disorderly Files, or whatever the fuck we're calling it.
We'll give you a little taste while we're here.
Yeah.
It's about drinking Beam.
Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed?
I had to tell everybody in Alabama so they would understand.
Yours is front, mine's in the back. Right?
I'm front, you're back.
This one's back. That one's front. There you go.
Just a bottle of Beam.
I'll be fine.
Just a bottle of Beam. I don't need no wine.
I remember back in 83, drinking till I couldn't see. I remember back in 85, drinking till I couldn't drive. I remember back in 88, drank so much I fell on my face. And I didn't care what would happen to me, as long as I had that bottle of Beam. Bottle of Beam, you know it's all I need. Just a bottle of Beam, you know you set me free. Just a bottle of Beam. Just a bottle of Beam, I don't need no wine. Well, I remember back in 91, drinking till I saw the sun. I remember back in 94, drinking till I could find a door.
Thank y'all for watching, listening to Silent Scream, Scream All About It, episode 1. We'll see you next time.